A very good evening. You're watching the explosive weekend debate with me, Kritsween Walia. Allow me to introduce our experts joining us this evening. Anil Antony, national spokesperson of the BJP, along with Ayush Nambiar, political analyst, who is with us in the studios this evening. Mr. Nambiar, how do you see this? The reaction that's coming from the Congress to begin with. We've so far not heard from the DMK apart from what we heard from the Chief Minister at that event, and he was quick to rake the delimitation issue because he's trying to gather a lot of support. He's trying to build consensus on that one issue amongst these other 2-3 issues that he's constantly speaking about. The Congress has come out to say that whatever the Prime Minister said is nothing out of the box. The GDP size is increasing. The central government's budget year in and out is increasing. But is there an increase in terms of proportion when it comes to allocation to different states? And is there a bias towards non-BJP ruled states? That's the complaint that's coming from the Congress at least.
So the problem with the DMK and the Congress today, we need to understand and we need to go back a little bit. We need to go back maybe 70 years from now. It is in the 1960s that the DMK actually took leverage of the Hindi versus Tamil issue when Hindi was being proposed as the national language of the country to replace English. That is when the DMK actually started its political, say, uproar that has been there for the last 70 years. I want to talk and I want to ask the Congress people, what is their take on this? I want to ask them, and I want to really get into the nitty-gritties of the data that you can say. Today, the Prime Minister has gone and established Tamil as a global force. I remember the G20. I remember that some of the major cultural activities, cultural exchanges took place with the Tamil language. Rather, for that matter, even when we talk about the new parliament, the very sentiment, there was a Chola single that was put on the parliament when the parliament was being inaugurated. How much more can the Prime Minister prove that yes, India is not just a Hindi state, India is not just a Hindi nation, it is a nation of all those languages, especially Tamil, which happens to be one of the most important aspects of our culture. So the problem is not about equal treatment towards states, towards languages or the language barrier. The problem is not about equality of languages. The problem is about Tamil's superiority. How the DMK's narrative is not national anymore. The DMK's intent is not national anymore. As a communications guy, I can tell you very honestly, this can be the worst path that the DMK and the Stalin government is paving for themselves if they have any national interest tomorrow. So this problem goes back many decades. I don't see a proper resolution coming in, but I do see this government over the past 10 years actually trying to show that yes, it is not just Tamil, it is not just Hindi, it is not just any other language. They're promoting all languages. Rather, the people of this country, just imagine in the past 4 years, if you look at just Bollywood, you look at the cinema of India, you look at Tollywood, you would see the highest number of, the highest number of box office revenues and the most critically acclaimed films are coming from Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and even Malayalam, for that matter. So I really don't understand this problem. This is unnecessary. Whether it was a currency symbol, why? There are certain things that are in the concurrent list, some things that are in the state list, and there are certain things that are on the union list. This is a matter of union, and I am sorry, but no state government anywhere has the right to play with the currency symbol. That is how you show that you're a part of the country. Declaring a different currency, that is the problem.
Okay. So it becomes a little tricky when you enter that domain and the thing on since minute one.
Exactly
Mr. Nambiar, do you think the TVK and its entry into the political scenario in Tamil Nadu also has a role to play? The BJP increasing its footprint, though we've seen in terms of vote share, there was a significant dent they were able to make under K. Annamalai. Didn't translate into votes really. How do you see this playing out, and where do you think this line of attack of the DMK is coming from?
So, firstly, Anileta and Rajanna, I think I can say Raja Anna and Cheta Eta here, sitting here in Delhi. Here you have two Malayalis and a Tamilian with Miss Walia, and we are talking about a Tamil-Hindi debate. So, let me just run down to certain other facts. Okay, Tamil Nadu as a state is the largest tourism spot Largest tourism spot in the country. You can Google it. I asked certain people very recently, they were thinking Rajasthan, they were thinking Himachal Pradesh, some of them even said Kerala. But the fact of the matter is Tamil Nadu is the highest tourism state in the country. Whether you look at the recent Gati Shakti program by PM Gati Shakti. Now imagine the PM Gati Shakti empowers Tamil Nadu as the most logistical state in the country. The Sagar Mala program entirely empowers Tamil Nadu. Why is it that the DMK hasn't taken enough leverage of it? Why is it slowing it down? Coming back to the NEP, the 65-page document, I have myself been a part of that particular committee, and I can give you in written that there is not a single bit where there is an anti-Tamil statement. Coming back to pro-Hindi, no, sir, you're no more fighting Hindi versus Tamil. You're trying to establish Tamil superiority in the entire country by making a statement. Sorry, as a communications expert, it doesn't work that way. It is a failed communication. It is done with. The PM is going and talking about international diplomacy, playing roles there. The PM is talking about infrastructural development. And the DMK government is just talking about Tamil, Hindi. Tamil, English, Hindi. There is nothing, right. There is no other argument. So the dent you were talking about for the DMK, the vote share, Ms. Walia, I must inform you that is not because of the BJP's penetration. Okay, we have seen that. It is purely because the people are tired. Sir, I have a question. What was Udaynidhi Stalin doing, commenting about all those topics? What was that about? Did that have anything to do with the government?
It's not got much to do with the BJP's work in Tamil Nadu. Perhaps everything that the DMK has done, that's not working out for the party, and that's the fear that the DMK is being able to sense and see through, is what the BJP has repeatedly been saying. They're not saying that we've managed to create a dent enough to uproot the DMK, but they're watching all these developments very closely.